Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the course. Welcome back to the episode. So, on this episode of our course, we are going to try to draw the same thing on the screen. We are going to draw a cantilever floor slab. So, we are going to replicate what you can see on the screen. We are going to replicate the same thing on the screen, placing our columns and also drawing our cantilever floor slab. You remember in our previous tutorials, we learned about how to add a floor with a steel decking, and you also have a slab on grade. So if you have not watched that video, kindly watch that video so that you practice it before you come to this. So let's move right away into our Revit file so that we see what we have for you today. So I'm going to use the new tab as we normally do, and I'll use the structure template. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is to bring the image that I'm working. So when you have the image, you just have to copy the image and you bring it to your working area. So I'm using a second string which I'm going to drag and put the image somewhere here. So this image will be uploaded in the resources so that you can have a fair idea on what we are going to do. So there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There are 9 columns in which we are going to do the same thing. So guys, as we said, we are going to draw the same thing here for you to learn how to do a cantilever slab. So the first thing that we have to do is to select the structure tab from here. Then you pick your structural columns. So select the structural columns from here. Select the depth area and change it to height. And change the level, unconstrained level, to level 2. So from then you change this one to a concrete rectangular column. So we said we have how many columns? That was 9 columns. So we are going to pick from here to here, just 2 columns. So that's 6 columns. So I think it's 8 columns, right? Okay. So come back to your 3D area to see the columns that you've placed them. So with this video, we are going to use the level 2. So what we are going to do next is to come to the structure tab again and select the floor. So you draw a rectangular floor around the columns like this. So after drawing this, we have to count the columns from our right side of our hand. So 1 2 3, that's where the slab ends. So I'll go back to my level 1 again. Then you select the floor here, you do edit boundary, then you use your drawing tools to provide certain lines around it. So for this one, we are going to use the line tool. So you select at the end points here, then you draw a line of 4 meters to the down. You use the extend command to join them together. Also, when you check the level 1 and the picture that you are working on, the cantilever can be found at the mid span of the floor. So that will be the second column and the third column. So you have to use the line tool also to represent that. So let's do 4 meters as well. So use the trim command to join them together. So the next thing that I have to do in order to break this line is to use the split command, the split command. So that one can be found here. So I just have to click on this and select the mid span of my line and use the trim line to join them together. So from there I can do OK from here. So the next thing that we are going to do is to draw our beams on it. So remember, in our videos that we've done, there are videos that I've recorded on how to place beams in your slab, but we have to change the thickness of our slab to 150 mm. So I'll come to edit type area, select the slab once again, come to edit type, you do duplicate, then you change the thickness to 150 mm thick. Okay, so now back to our structure tab, we pick the beams and decide the type of material that you want to use, the usage. So we are going to use the rectangular concrete beam. So I'm going to use 600 by 300. So just select on that one, and you pick from the midpoint of the column, then you drag to the left, and also you do same for the right as well. But better still, you can select on the beam, then you use the node that like the beam provides. So I will select on this node and drag to my right. After this, I can select on this beam and do copy. So we do same for the vertical columns. So after this, you can see there is a gap or a space between the column and the beam and the slab. So what we are going to do is use the align tools in order to let the column, the floor and the beam flash. So I'll select on the align tool, then select the edge of the slab, then align my beam. So this is a way to align. So you have to select here the slab first, then you select the edge of the slab, of the beam rather, to align it. So let's do the last one. Select here, then you select the edge of the beam. So back to our 3D. Let's change the graphic display to see if we've managed to draw what we have. So we can see the transparency of the floor. So we'll go back to our visibility graphics, then use F to search for our floor. Under the floor, we reduce the transparency to somewhere 60, and we do OK. Okay, there we have it. So it seems we omitted one of the beams, so I have to select on this beam and copy to the top. For this one, I'm going to use the second extreme, which is a command which has a command of TE. So I'll do TE from here. So back to the 3D again. So right now, let's check the image if we've managed to draw the same thing. So it seems that the image that we are trying to duplicate, we don't have a beam here where the cantilever slab is. So I'll go back to my level 2 and trim out these beams. So as we say, this is going to represent our cantilever slab. Our cantilever slab. So in other way, this is how to have a fair idea on how to draw a cantilever slab, also placing certain beams and columns on your structure floor. So thank you for watching. Thank you for purchasing this course. Peace. Shalom. See you in the next video. Bye.